All right, I'm on a timer, so I'm gonna try and get this done in 9 minutes. Today is 9/27/2025. Like I said yesterday, this is our last 999 programming point for the year. It's a 999. With me, 999s are your manual reset points. In the sense of energy, your 999s are where the energy can either loop to go back in, or it could loop to take you into another programming, or it could just be dead space. There's ways to research it, especially like in older programming. They don't like to use it in newer programming, but in older programming, 999 meant you hit the pinnacle point. And again, as I said, you can either get back in, or you can transfer it over into another format of energy, another level of programming. So we'll just ask real quick, what are the 9 points for today? Again, if you look at my write-up from yesterday and anything you hear me talk about, I tell you this point of programming, this 999 sets up the stage for 2026. Because what people are going to be going through between now, today, 9/27, and 12/21 is going to be the primary format of the seeds that people are going to plant for 2026. What people go through between now and December will be what they try and let go of at the winter solstice. The winter solstice, 12/21, what you let go of then or what you hold on to will become the seeds for spring in 2026. That's the way energy works. Not here to argue with anybody about anything else because, again, you know what I'm going to tell you. Let your life tell you tale. What you're paying attention to, what energy loops you're in from today until December will show you what your 2026 will look like. It doesn't mean you can't get out of it, but why plant a bunch of weeds instead of nurturing a bunch of flowers? Becomes energetic responsibility. So 9 quick points, because I'm probably down to about 6 minutes. So the first point, and again, these are not in sequential order, but they're all connected. But the first out of 9, transmutation. 13, death. What are you holding on to? 13 is a demonized number in this realm because it holds a lot of energy. Elevators don't have a 13th floor. Hotels don't have a 13th floor. Everybody runs from the number 13 because it's an escape point. It is a programming escape point. In this realm, we operate under a 12 system. 12 hours, allegories have 12 disciples, things like that, because it's a ritual number. 12 is you've already given your potential to what you're connected to. 13 shows you what you're connected to. I've given my potential to what I'm thinking. What are we transmuting in this realm? Our thoughts. What do we hold on to in this realm? Our thoughts. So 13 can get you out. So the first way to get out of that 999 programming is figure out what you're thinking. The whole trick is making you think that you have to transmute it. If I'm having a bad experience with something, I don't have to transmute it. I just need to figure out why I'm still there. If you're in a bad relationship and you've seen everything that you want to see out of it, you don't sit there and decide to go to counseling so you can find something good in what's already shown you bad. You just let that shit go. But most of you have been tricked into that 12 system of working through it. That's self-enslavement. So the second thing is if you don't have enough energetic awareness to understand that the only thing you transmuting is you by choosing others, the second point is you'll never see enough. Star card in reverse. Star card, 17. You're giving your potential to what you're going through. 7 is your journey. 7 is self-awareness. This is separation. Being separate is never going to show you enough. I got $20. You come into the picture, I give you 10. Now I might not have enough. If I go to the store and something costs more than 10, now I have to borrow from you when I already had it on my own. Don't read too much into that. I'm talking energy level, not your relationship bullshit. So step number 3, you become the abuser. 5, all your movements will abuse you when you have not chosen yourself. I don't know how to say that any fucking clearer. This is the Hierophant. 5. 5 is movement. 5 is manipulation, manifestation, amplification. 5 is even stillness. If what you are giving your energy to is not a reciprocal reflection of you, you've already abused yourself. You can't get mad when it abuses you. That's just real. If you keep voting for systems and governments that are not a reflection of what you want to see, you can't get mad when they don't show you anything different. You should have voted for yourself. Step 4, but you like to stay in the trap. Aimless. It's another 5. You're already under manipulation. That thought, which I keep telling you has all the energy that you're trying to transmute, will show you what to connect to. And if it's showing you what to connect to and it's aimless for you to keep giving your energy and you keep moving, again, go backwards. Find the abuser. I'm connected to something that ain't showing me enough, but I'm going to keep going trying to see more. You've already abused yourself. So here comes an extra bonus point right here because we've drew the 55. Your journey is careless. 7, self-awareness. You don't know who you are. You're on a careless journey of creating time with everything that already has your energy. Step 5, you're connected to fear. Step 5 is you're connected to fear. Why? Because you think that is the greatest connection. Think about it. This is the high priestess. In tarot, the high priestess is supposedly the highest pinnacle of humanity that has a connection to the divine. Holy shit, you're already in separation. I'm glad you're here too. So since you're already connected to what has you in separation and you think it's greater than you, there's already a fear. In that case, fear is called doubt. A person that has doubt will always need to seek guidance. That's why everybody's a reader nowadays. Everybody out here, and I'm not trying to be funny, but everybody's a reader nowadays because so many people cannot guide themselves because they're at the pinnacle of their own erroneous decisions. So they want to check it with somebody else just to make sure there's something better ahead. Read yourself. Start asking yourself why you are wasting so much energy and start being better for yourself. So that's step 5. Here we go to step 6. Fear ain't going nowhere. You're too busy being connected to fear because that thought that you keep asking for guidance is only going to tell you to keep moving. Remember we drew the 55? You're going to keep moving into aimlessness because you're trying to find out who's abusing you. There was no way I did this to myself. And so since you are moving trying to find out who abused you, you'll never take accountability. Don't let your life tell your tale. You won't take accountability. It'll always be somebody else's fault or problem why you won't give yourself enough. When it already showed you, you're already waiting on it from somebody else. So on this 999 and you're trying to figure out whether you need to loop back into the energy, figure out why you're there. Did I see enough for myself or have I seen too much for myself? And is this even a program I should continue in? Step 7. 7 should be self-awareness, but 7 in this current realm represents us on a journey. Too busy crying about the world. And that's what we do. Man, this ain't what it used to be like. Or man, this ain't what I was promised. You too busy crying about the world that you don't see that you were the phoenix. But not only were you the phoenix, the being on fire, you were the source of the fire. You were the goddess. Why? Because everything here has been birthed off of misplaced energy. You transmuted you in favor of the fucking thoughts, and now the thoughts won't set you free. See, in this card right here, it might look like she's holding on to them. In reality, they're holding on to her. They've already got all the energy. It's not going to set you free. Step 8, you have to take your time with that one. You have to take your time with that one. You're too busy doing it wrong and you're justifying the separation that you will not learn how to hold yourself together because you think the separation is the best way to play the part. I only got about 1 more minute, so I'm going to go ahead and do step 9. Step 9, knowledge gets you fucked up. Remember the whole problem was the potential. The potential to know will have you transmuting what was already there in favor of what you think. We see that every day. Hey, man, that motherfucker fine as shit. Yeah, man, but she ain't no good. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just using an example. She ain't no good, but yeah, I think I want to figure her out anyway. That's gender fluid. You understand that? You see something that look good to you but ain't good for you and you willing to risk it all. So in the attempt of knowing something that was already going to steal your power, in that wrongdoing, you'll cry about getting burnt when you already burnt yourself because you didn't have enough awareness of your choices, because you thought you wanted more, and the ideology of more became a fear. I want it, need, necessity. You wanted more, and the ideology of more became a fear. I want it, need, necessity. Doubt created another fear that had you become aimless and careless in your journey, and now you are your own abuser because you didn't see enough for yourself. Now you want to find more in separation, and you're trying to transmute the experience, if that makes sense. 999, you're trying to figure out what experience you need to let go of. You might want to figure out which ones are holding on to you and why. Real talk. Stop figuring out what you need to let go of. Figure out what's holding on to you and why does it have so much rights to your energy. And if at the end of the day, you can't find a point of accountability and responsibility for any of it, you can kiss the baby. And that ain't a good thing.